Alright everyone, welcome to another match here with Accrington Stanley. Today we're going against Wycombe. I'm going to pretend that I'm pronouncing it right. The Wycombe Wanderers. Those noble lads of yore. I remember hearing tales of the Wycombe Wanderers back when I was but a wee babe. Wycombe is in 6th, so they are some serious competition. We're going to have to be careful. The only real change to the lineup is Wilson is starting in goal instead of Dunbobbin. Going to give him a little break. Let Wilson get started. We're also going for a 4-3-3 formation instead of our usual 4-4-2. So we have one extra attacker up front instead of in the midfield. We're going to see how we like that. And let's get started. Beattie is going to run in and steal the ball because he is a champion. He's going to cut it back, try and get it off. It just gets taken down by wood. Just a piece of wood. That's rough. That's really rough. He's going to try and play it forward to Beattie. Didn't quite work out. But we get it right back. Hatfield is right there. Hatfield's going to play it to Wilson. Wilson's going to try and play it forward to Weber. Weber's going to take the shot. Doesn't beat the keeper. Wilson's going to go for it, but he can't quite get there. Very difficult circumstance. Wilson's got it back. Passes it up to Hatfield. I like this a lot so far. Guys are in the right spots. Everything's working out great. Maintaining some really good possession. I'm very pleased with this so far. McCartan has it. McCartan hanging out on the outside. Not sure why, but, you know, I'm not going to judge his lifestyle. Waiting for someone to make a run that I really like, and it's not happening quite yet. Hatfield has the ball. He might be able to do something. Hatfield gets it off to Miller. Miller has the ball. Miller's going to get it back to Hatfield. Hatfield takes the shot. It doesn't go in. Oh! Keeper wins it with his body, but Beattie won't have any of that. He's going to do a cartwheel inside the goal. That was good. Just straight up, that was good. Beattie was like, oh, you're going to try and keep it out? Nope. Done and done. Like that a lot. We're up 1-0 against Wycombe, against the Wanderers. That's good. That's good. This is looking really good. Wilson, that's not going to bother him. That was never going to be anything. Clark passes it to Wynnard. Wynnard passes it over to Murphy. Murphy passes it up to Little. Little's going to pass it up to Wilson. Wilson's going to pass it to Miller. We're just going to try and get it to everyone, and it's not going to work. Because, again, that piece of wood, that darn piece of wood, oh, be careful. Oh, goodness. That could have been a disaster. But you know what? It wasn't. It wasn't a disaster. It was fine. Just like so many things in life. You think, oh, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. But instead, you know, it's okay. That could have been a lot better. Instead, it was also just okay. Wilson is going to come back and steal it because he's a winner. Wilson's going to have the ball right here in the corner. He's going to play it across. Try to get it to Beattie. Johnson's not going to allow that to happen, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Wilson with the unnecessary slide tackle that doesn't do anything. I like it a lot, actually, because no one got hurt, and it intimidated them. That's important. Trying to play it up to Weber. Weber has it, but only for a moment before Martinez gets it. McCartan didn't quite read that right. Murphy has the ball. Murphy gets the ball to McCartan. McCartan tries to get away from pressure. Instead pushes it into more pressure. Not sure about that. Miller plays it to Weber. Weber can't quite beat the keeper like that. It's just not going to happen. 0 times out of 1. That's going to work. Let's get some good possession. Winding down the first half. Hatfield passes it off to Clark. Clark plays it forward to McCartan. But we were fouled, so we get the ball with 5 minutes of game time left, which is really like 5 seconds. Not quite, but pretty close. Miller is just going to keep fighting for that possession. Unfortunately, to no avail, at least in the short term. But it was a very admirable effort, it must be said. Make them run. I like that. Stoppage time now. We'll see what happens. Probably nothing unless Weber can get this. Unless Weber can get this. Oh, be careful. Ugh. That's what I was afraid of. A good first half. A solid first half. They didn't have any real chances there. And anytime that happens, that's a good sign. So, let's see. There it is. Keeper, it must be said, did everything he could. Team was ball watching. So, the Wanderers were really just wandering there. Beattie's going to start the half by just charging up and seeing what he can do. Instead, he loses the ball to McCoy. Do we really have McCoy against Hatfield? Have I been waiting this whole time for just this situation? I would be lying if I said no. We have a legitimate Hatfield versus McCoy situation. Oh goodness. Oh gracious. I don't even know how to go on. I've lost my entire composure. I didn't have much to begin with, as you probably know, but it is now completely gone. That was not the right pass, it must be said. Kufor is coming off and Morgan is coming on because the coach kept being too embarrassed to know how to pronounce Kufor's name. So he said, you know what, number 7 or 18 or whichever one it was, come on off. You need to take a rest to be ready for the next game. So I can remember how to say your name. It's a legitimate coaching strategy, to be honest. So, no judgment here. Miller gets the ball. I was hoping for a Hatfield versus McCoy encounter right there, but I don't think that's going to happen. Instead, Weber's going to take the shot and just, just wide of the right goalpost. Beat the keeper. Didn't beat physics. Isn't that just the way? Who's coming off? Who are they taking off? Cowan Hall. Oh, I could have guessed that. You know what? Let's make some subs. Let's keep our guys fresh, especially if we're going to keep this 3-man front. Let's take off McCartan and replace him with Carver. You know, give him another chance. Let's get James Joyce into the action. L. James Joyce, of course that's his name. Gotta leave on Hatfield. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, Luke Wilson. What's his real name? Lawrence Wilson. So that makes more sense. Yeah. Oh, no. Never mind. Luke Wilson is one of the guys that just took off. Aldred? Yeah. Murphy and Aldred are going to swap. I guess I should leave one substitution in case of an injury, but whatever. They can walk it off. And if they can't, then they can sit on the sideline. It'll be fine. So we got to hold on to this lead for the last 25 minutes or so. Just a little bump to show who's boss. It's us. We are our boss. Beattie has the ball. Beattie tried to get it through traffic. It didn't really work against the fresh legs of Pittman. Which is, I mean, it is what it is. What do you expect me to say here? Don't really have anything coming to mind. So let's go ahead and get back to Beatty, who's trying to beat his man. Didn't work out. Didn't quite work out. Joyce missed that ball, it must be said. Completely Joyce's fault. I don't want anyone else even trying to take the blame for that. That's an easy call. I don't know what just happened, but we have the ball, so I'm not going to complain, certainly. Clark is trying to win it. Clark with a little bit of fight in him. And that fight pays off because we are going to get the ball after our friend Bloomfield walks off and Spring comes on. It looks like he just got a little 5 o'clock shadow and came back on. Just looking at them from a cursory glance. Tried to steal and make the shot right there in the box. It, as you can see, did not work out. But now Carver has it. Carver is trying to make up for his very disappointing outing a few matches ago. Maybe last match. I can't quite remember. Not quite there. Weber has it. Weber's going to take the shot. Weber makes the goalie do something. But the goalie does that thing effectively enough that he didn't need to do much more. Carver has redeemed himself in my eyes and, more importantly, in my heart. Because that's a shot that you only take if you feel it with purest conviction. Right there. That was a Premier League goal. You know, that was nothing short of magnificent. Getting that exact placement. Oh, that was beautiful. And he's at a 54 skill level? Goodness. Yeah, Beatty. Yeah, Beatty. Beat him, Beatty. Carver. You've got this. You've got this. You can get the hat trick. I believe in you. Feed the ball to Carver. Urgh. We'll see what happens here in the last few waning moments of the game. Beatty is trying to beat him off the ball, but he's also really tired, so I'm going to let him just chill a little bit. I don't want an injured Beatty. That would be very bad. Weber has the ball back. Weber's going to pass it off to Joyce. Joyce is going to play it across the front, but a bit too forward across the front. Everyone's just going to fall back, and the whistle's going to blow. Keeper drops the ball in disgust with his teammates. Really, the Beatty goal was just pure determination. The Carver goal, I'm just proud of that. That was lovely. That was a SportsCenter top 10 play right there. No doubt about it. Hanging their heads in shame. It feels good to beat the Wycombe Wanderers. Feels really good. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next match.